Well, let's discuss Wike's stance against a reconciliation with Rivers State Governor. Similarly, Fubara, legal expert and political affairs analyst Evans Rufeli joins me on the news. Thank you for your time, sir. Now, are you surprised that Wike has rolled out a resolution of this rift with Rivers State Governor, especially when many believe that the solution to this crisis lies with both men?
Wiki has shown a very high sense of unrepentance in the case under reference. I mean, he's attributing this to mean that politically that the president called all parties to go withdraw cases and act accordingly. He's saying now that it's Fubara that didn't withdraw cases, whereas it was his own men, the 27 of them who defected. They were the ones who actually didn't withdraw most of the cases that they filed at that time. Now he's turning back to say that it's Fubara that didn't withdraw cases and the rest of that. I think he's not being honest with himself. He's still living in that bitterness of being unable to control the states at the same time serving as the minister of the FCT. I think it's very wrong because leaders should show example. I mean, if you are making this kind of statement that you are ruling out the possibility of a settlement completely, what do you expect the younger generation to do? You are supposed to, as a leader, teach those who are coming behind the way of leadership. It is not good leadership to say you cannot forgive and then you cannot reconcile. That once there's dispute, you must remain enemies for life. I don't think it's good morals. There's no morals in that kind of judgment. It's a poor judgment, a judgment that is coming out from vindictive mindset, which cannot in any way lead to any kind of progress in that state. You cannot, withstand and call everybody, shut everybody down to agree to your own propositions at all times. Then once there's a dissenting voice, you rule out the possibility of ever having anything to do with that person again in future. Because indeed you are closing up and you are shutting your political career up. You are fighting with everybody at the same time. It doesn't work like that. He's an experienced politician. I expect him to understand. He's an elderly person. I expect him to have experience, good experience, that he can share and then become a mentor to some other persons who look up to him. But when you hear this from him, this is quite not what it's supposed to be at all. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. So considering how deep this rift has become, do you think that Wike's statement will have any consequences for Fubara's governance and River State politics in general?
Of course, he has already said in his mind what he intends to do, that he's not going to ever reconsider his stance. Even though not too long ago, the local government chairman, did considered to certain kind of amicable relationship with the government on seats and the rest of that. But for Wike to be towing a different line entirely, it does not speak well of him and his political career. It does not also speak well of even the government he's serving. Yes, because now he's trying to front that it's because of why disobeyed the president. That's why he's turning it over. That's not the truth because even the 27 lawmakers, they disobeyed the president's a resolution. What the president asked them to do, the 27 lawmakers didn't do it as well. In fact, they are the ones who didn't withdraw cases at all. Fubara went ahead and, when they withdrew the impeachment notice, he went ahead also and withdrew the cases in court. But the lawmakers retained some cases. And when they came back to a boiling point, they used those cases against Fubara. Just go and check the report, the record, the trajectory of this. I've been doing analysis on this for the past 1 year and on this case for the past 1 year and sometimes I hear myself talking Fubara and Wike. These are two adults that they're out of line, they're out of course. And now what is going on is also the selfish interest of politicians. This has robbed the people of Rivers State a lot democratically speaking, and they still are not ready to come to terms with themselves so that they can push and project Rivers State forward. This is quite very unfortunate, to say the least.
Hopefully there's a solution to this rift between Wike and Fubara. Mr. Evans Ufele, we appreciate your contribution. Thank you for your input.